Hello and welcome to the Unwritten Life. The life that keeps getting more unwritten day by day. Not really, but that's what it sometimes feels like. I did sort, like the blue, you can't see them all, let's see, there, where? Yeah, well, I have some almost broken pieces. I still have the piece that I'm fairly certain does not actually go with the puzzle. And I have some news. And I forgot something downstairs. I'm not gonna go get it because I can't edit the videos. If I do, the way I did, YouTube will get mad at me again and I can't link stuff in the description. But I can now. So I've made YouTube unmad. But I've made someone else mad for some reason I can't figure out. And the lighting is a bit weird because I have a lamp right there and that's the only place it could be because the length of the wire? The thingy that you plug in that also goes with the lamp. That thing. So, and I have many news. Much news? I'm gonna talk a lot. And if you think I'm trying to talk your ear off, that is technically correct. I don't think you can actually talk so much that someone's ear actually falls off. Though it might occasionally feel like that. So, you know. And you're like in a weird angle for me because well, it is what it is. Get used to it. And I repeat, sorry for the bad lighting. In case I haven't said that already. So, after my last video, by the end of that one, I had something that I could do that I wasn't sure if I was gonna do, and then I ended up doing it. Or more correctly, I ended up going somewhere and being social. I think that's an important thing, to at least occasionally be social. Though I don't always want to. And sometimes I do it, and then sometimes, I wouldn't say I regret it, but sometimes I think, I didn't really have to do that. However, this time, it worked out better than I thought it would. I mean, I went to this social thing. Basically, it was a lot of women sitting around tables, crafting. Mostly knitting. I did crochet. One woman didn't do anything, and then one was doing some embroidery. And I had met some of the people before, and some I had not met before. And because we were sitting on such a long table, I sat with some of the people I'd met before so I could talk to them. And then there were some people on the other side of the table so far away that I never really talked to them because they were so far away. And I'm not one who to like yell out things. But it still worked out because one of the people I sat fairly close to, I had met her before, but not really talked a lot to her at that point. But I had met her before, and I actually remembered her name, which was very surprising to both of us. She did not remember my name, and I can't say that I blame her. I'm totally okay with that. I mean, who in the world remembers all the names? I know I don't, so. There was one woman there that I'm like, oh, I met you. Shook your hand, like really like met you kind of formally before, haven't I? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, I have a feeling we've done this before. And she's like, yeah, we've met each other several times now. And I was just like, oh my God. Well, I guess you realize I might as well be embarrassed. By the way, what's your name again? In my defense, I remembered that I had met her. I just didn't remember her name. But It was fine. She didn't seem to be offended. I mean, I have actually met some people that if you meet them once and say hello and you don't remember their names the next time you meet them, they get offended. And I was like, why? I don't expect everyone to remember my name. Why on earth would I expect that of others? That would be, well, almost rude in my opinion. But people are different. We all get to have our own opinions about stuff like that. I think mine is a good one, but, you know, I'm sure not everyone agrees. And that's okay. Though I feel sorry for them. It must be exhausted to be offended if someone don't remember your name. But I mean, to each their own, I guess. To each their own. Point is, this woman that I had met before, we didn't really talk much, and I mostly sat and listened to. I don't know how you do it, but if there are a lot of conversation going on at once, I never know which one to participate in, so I just end up just sitting and listening to everything, basically. I know it's not technically possible, but that's what it feels like. That I feel like I'm trying to listen to everything. So, because of that, I didn't really do much talking, not even to the one that I'd met before and actually remembered her name. What did end up happening, which it's kind of cool part in my opinion, partly because I don't know that many people here. But when we were leaving, I had actually left the building, gotten in my car, started up my car, and then I saw this one woman coming, and she was clearly heading for me, and I was like, oh, did I forget something? What's happening? Well, I guess I'm gonna open my door and talk to her. I don't know what's happening. And she was so sweet. And she was, because some of these knitting things, there are a lot of old women. I got nothing against them, but sometimes it's nice to have someone your own age. I've been thinking it, and this woman then came to my door, my car door, and she was like, you know what? I think you're more my age. Would it be okay if we talked occasionally? And I was just like, okay, where's my phone? Because, you know, you have to exchange numbers. And a lot of times, even though people say, oh, let's keep in touch, or let's go out for a cup of coffee, or let's do something, I'm gonna go with, in most cases, it doesn't actually happen. And here is why I love this story of mine right now, because it's happening. It's happening. A few days later, after that thing, I got a text saying, hey, want to come have a cup of coffee with me? And then like time and date, and I was like, yes, I would love to. I would also love to not have coffee, but tea or water would be fine. I mean, I don't want to be rude, but I don't drink coffee, and if she made coffee and expected me to drink it, I'd have to turn her down, so I figure I might as well turn her down in a text message. If it gets awkward, it'll be past us, hopefully. And she answers sweetly that, yes, of course, tea is possible. We'll do tea, and here's my address. Looking forward to seeing you. And I was like, oh my god, am I getting a friend? And then it was like, calm down, girl. Don't overwhelm her. Don't scare her away by being super excited. I have a tendency to do that. Oh, I don't know if that actually happens, but I mean, I get excited. And when I get excited, I get really excited. And I understand. I never really managed to grasp it in the moment, but I understand that can be overwhelming to other people my excitement because it goes like from 0 to 100 in point half a second or something. I'm really good at being excited. I've always been good at being excited. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, that would probably be more debatable depending on who you meet and how they are as people. And I have honey in this tea, and I don't want it to be like being only at the bottom, which is why I'm drinking a lot of it right away. Oh, I do love honey in my tea. Though not all teas, just some of them. But point is, in a few days, I'm going to this new, I would call her maybe a potential friend? Maybe? I don't know. But I'm gonna go to someone's house. And apart from being invited into one neighbor and basically inviting myself into a different neighbor, I haven't been in anyone's house. And I've lived here for, God, when did I move? I moved like July, August, September, October, we're in November. So I lived here for a year and almost 4.5 months. And it's the first time, like, yeah, my neighbors count, obviously, but kind of, that's the proximity thing. This is someone else that is inviting me to their house. And I'm really excited. I just have to, like, calm down. And not that I'm not gonna show excitement, I'm just gonna try to not attack her with it because, you know, that I don't want to scare her off. Then again, we'll be in her house, so scaring her off wouldn't be, I mean, she'd have to stay there. It's her house. God. Well, I sound like a lunatic. Oh my God. Now maybe I am. Who knows? You can wonder. Well, you know, yeah, at this point, maybe I am. Maybe I am a lunatic. What do you think? Do you think I'm a lunatic? Let me know down in the comment section. Oh, that could be an interesting one. But yeah, I'm very excited. But even though I'm very excited about this, I'm also a little nervous. It's like, I've only met her briefly a couple of times, and we haven't really talked much. So what if she decides that she didn't really like me when we actually do like meet and actually hang out? Then again, what's the worst that can happen? She kicks me out of her house and I never see her again. That would be sad. I mean, I like hanging out with people. I don't always like people, but I like hanging out with people. And I know that sounds like opposites, but in my brain, it is not. So, yeah. Anyway, I might have a social thing. Or I will have a social thing, and I will tell you about it after I've gone and visited a potential new friend. I'm gonna tell you how it goes, because I'll either be disappointed, which honestly though, disappointing me is kind of hard, so I probably won't be. I might be too excited. That's kind of like, I need to watch out for that. I don't want to scare her away. But I'm gonna do my best to be as supposedly normal as possible. Whether that's actually possible or not, that remains to be seen. But I'm nervous. I don't know if I need to be. Probably not, but I am. So that's the thing. How would they go? So yeah, I have a social thing. Isn't that exciting? I find it to be very exciting. Oh. Huh. And apparently this puzzle, right now, I shouldn't say this. I was gonna say, it seems to be easier than I thought it would be. lot of blues left, so I probably shouldn't have said that already. But yeah, it is exciting though. I think I find it to be very exciting. Do you find it to be exciting? How weird is it possible for me to get in this one social meeting? I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I'm really excited about that. Probably too excited, but that's okay. I'll calm down at some point. Something else that I was really excited, and now I'm like, I don't know what to do. Also, how long? Oh, I haven't been talking that long yet. We have plenty of time. Or at least I do. Actually, I don't, because I have a plan later today, so, but... Well. Can you tell there's a lot of emotions in me today? They may or may not pass. Probably not. At some point. No, they will. I'm sure. They're something. Am I ever really sure of anything? Usually not. Usually not. Okay, where was I going with this? Yeah, the other really exciting thing I mentioned... Hold on. Nope, definitely not. And this, maybe? Ooh, definitely yes. Okay. I mentioned last time that I didn't mention it. It might have been 2 videos ago. Anyway, at some point I mentioned that I was working on... Which one is supposed to go there? Focus. Okay, I mentioned I was working on making a pattern, a knitting pattern for a hat that I showed you, which is now downstairs and I'm upstairs and I'm not gonna go get it, but it's a very cute hat. It's not a double knitted, but it's a double hat. It's very cute. I call it the strawberry hat. And and I managed to finish the pattern. Okay, the pattern is in both English and Norwegian. And I really hope it's understandable for everyone. I think so. I mean, I've looked into God knows how many other patterns to try to get every phrasing right. Fingers crossed that I managed to do that. But yeah, I finished the pattern. And I put it on Ravelry and put it for sale on Ravelry. And I was so excited. And even more exciting this morning, because I had a sale. Someone bought my pattern. I hadn't told anyone about it yet. You're the first ones I told. But someone bought my pattern. It was so exciting. And I was going to take payment through PayPal, and I thought everyone used... Okay, not everyone. It's not like I use it a lot, but from my understanding, I could do that. So I had connected like Ravelry and PayPal, and it should be working fine. And then PayPal said, there are some stuff that you need to do. And I was like, okay, we give you all this information that you asked for, and I do my best to answer all your questions. And the next email I got was, your account has been permanently deactivated. What? Why? I did everything you asked me. So, I don't know what's happening. I have no idea how to fix it. Partly because I don't know what I'm supposed to fix. I don't know what I did wrong. I'm fairly certain I didn't really do anything wrong. But I don't know what the problem is, because they won't tell me. And I was like, trying to figure out, and I have no idea. So if anyone out there is good on PayPal and knows how to figure out, first of all, what is wrong? Why in the world did they permanently deactivate my account? I didn't do anything. I got one sale. That's the only activity that has been on that account for God knows how long. Could it be that? But like, I mean, it's an account you're supposed to be able to use, right? That's what I thought. So that's, I don't know what to do with that. Because now all of a sudden I have a PayPal account that I don't have because it's permanently deactivated. I can't use it because it's been permanently deactivated, which means, sure, it was only that one sale, so it wasn't a lot of money, but they're also not telling me what to do to fix it. I don't know if there is anything I can do to fix it, and I have all these questions and I can't find answers anywhere, and it's so annoying. And I'm lost in, maybe not lost in space, but definitely lost in the world of PayPal. Oh, okay, hold on. This is like, these pieces are very thin, very skinny. So they're a bit hard to move around, to be honest. And there's something wrong with this one. Okay, hold on. Oh gosh, oh, for crying out loud. Okay, not everything is going exactly according to plan right now. Clearly. Like, having my PayPal account permanently deactivated, I don't know what to do with that. I intended to use it. I intended to sell my designed patterns, knitting patterns, and I was so excited. And then that happened, and I was like, what do I do? And the answer is, I have no idea. So if you have any idea or suggestion or any kind of help in how to deal with PayPal and, I guess, activate my account again, but at the same time they said it's permanently deactivated, so I don't know what to do. But I did finish the pattern. I did have a sale of the pattern, which means someone actually liked it. Yay me! So I have no way to sell it anymore, but you know, at least someone liked it enough to want to buy it. And I really hope that went through. I would assume so. I haven't heard from that person. And I really hope that if the person who bought the pattern actually didn't receive it or something, I really hope they contact me. That is totally doable. But like, that was a lot of, it's like a freaking emotional roller coaster. And in trying to figure out the PayPal thing, I used a couple of hours first to give them all the information, and then like almost immediately after I gave them all the information that they were asking for, they deactivate my account, and I was like, I thought that would take some time to for you to look through what I gave you, but I don't know. It's very confusing to me. It is very confusing to me. And it's like, why did you make me jump through all these hoops if you're just gonna deactivate my account? What's the point of that? I don't know. I don't get it. I'm very frustrated with them right now. But also, as I said, I have no other way to sell my patterns. So that, yeah, I have some things to figure out. I have some things to, yeah, I don't even know. I need, if you have any tips and tricks and ideas on how I could do and what I can do and all the things, I would really appreciate that. I would so appreciate that. Really, but yeah. So that was a lot of highs and lows and everything goes, it feels like. But yeah, that was... I might get a new friend. I finished the pattern. I sold the pattern. My PayPal can't get permanently deactivated, so I can't access the tiny little money I did get. And I have no way to sell my pattern anymore. Yeah. So that was like a little bit of everything, I feel. Oh, the lighting is so bad. I can't see anything. You know what I'm gonna do? Because it's so far up. I'm gonna make it a little easier on myself. Okay, spread your legs, honey. Don't read anything into that. Okay, so it's a lot easier when it's a lot closer. It's a lot easier to see. Hold on. Okay, this maybe? Yes. Okay, then we have a lot of different ones. And it's all just blue, which makes it a bit difficult to see. Okay. But I don't, it's very hard to see the different shades of blue because of the lighting. Oh God, do I really have to try everyone everywhere until I find someone who fits? Maybe? Probably. That one had a slightly different shape. That one had 3 outs. But still. Oh wait, hold on. Maybe this one? Yes. And I don't know if this puzzle being used a lot or what the deal is, but the pieces are old. They're thin, so they're hard to like pick up from the table too sometimes. So yeah, it's been a lot of ups and downs over the last couple of days. All the things that has been yeah. It's like I don't even know how to like process all the things because it was so well all over the place. Is what it felt like. But you know, I gotta figure something out. I mean, I did manage to finish the pattern. That was the first kind of like big challenge, was finish the pattern. And I thought, like honestly, that is, as long as I just managed to finish the pattern and get it onto Ravelry, it'd be fine. Boy, was I mistaken, that's for sure. Gosh. Well, that happens. Or that happened. Anyway. Oh Lord. It's been a time over the last couple of days. It's been a lot of ups and downs. And now we're doing a lot of ups and downs with these pieces. There is no way I can look at the shades, and they're like, I don't know how to look at the pieces and figure out which one goes because they're all so, yeah, they're worn, and it's hard to see the color. That was lucky. Oh, that was also lucky. Maybe I should just go for luck. Then again, not all has been lucky lately. Oh, wait, I told you about the electrician that I was waiting for 2 days that never showed. Well, I just contacted him again today. And I tried calling. I don't like calling on the phone, but you know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, whether you like it or not. So I called, and he basically hung up and sent me a text, said, I'm busy, send me a text. And I was like, well, it's kind of what I prefer, so thank you, I guess. But then I texted him and said, hey, you said you'd come by and look at that thing, that fan in my bathroom that some of you guys installed last year. And then I did get the text back and said, oh, right. Yeah, I'll do that. And I was like, when? Because in the text I sent, I said, hey, you said you'd come last week. I'm still waiting. So when are you coming? And then get the reply of, right, yeah, I'll come by and do that. No idea when he's gonna come. Truth be told, I'm not even sure if he's gonna come. If he's just saying it to kind of like get me off his back or something. I don't know. But like, all right, that was it. Yeah. Don't you write stuff down? Don't you have a way of keeping track of what you're supposed to do? I know it's easy to forget things, don't get me wrong, but you're running a business there. You ought to write down what needs to get done so it actually gets done, you know? Because if not, you're gonna get a lot of phone calls. Just saying. But yeah, I've had a time over the last couple of days. There have been a lot of ups and downs. On the bright side, at least some things are working out. Some things, at least, are working out, which I'm very grateful for. A part of me is like, I don't really get this. These pieces are so used that they're struggling to lay flat. That's interesting. Very interesting. But look at this. I'm getting so far with all the blue. That is also very interesting. Yeah, I don't even know at this point. Like there's so many things all the time. I get that, but I don't know. I'm hoping that if I had a job where like people relied on me to show up and do a job, I would actually, you know, reliably show up and do the job. I hope I would. I'm fairly certain I would have, but well, at least some things work. I did all the blue! Yay! And now we can put it back up here. I have no idea what next piece or next part of the puzzle will be. But I've already talked a lot. Oh dear, I have talked a lot. I do that, but you know. So, and I've also finished my tea, so I can't use that to like make my voice more comfortable again. I hope it's not uncomfortable for you, but my throat is getting a little bit like something to drink, please. Like, well, my tea's out, so yeah. I'm like, looking at it now, there is obviously the sky on top, and this must be building. And these are flowers. But like, and these seems to be some kind of bushes. So building, bushes, flowers. I guess that's the rest. I will say, I am very, very curious as to how the puzzle will look by the end. But I'm thinking like this pinkish building because, and this something wooden thing by the balcony. I think those are the pieces that I might be looking for next. I mean, I can already pick out quite a few of them. But as I said, I should probably stop talking before my voice gets all mad at me. Do not want that to happen. Because God knows what else could happen then. I don't know. It's been a lot of ups and downs over the last couple of days. And it's been going like, yeah. I'm sure it'll be fine in the end. It was a lot to take in one go. Like all these different things. So I'm hoping that everything will be fine. It usually works out. Not necessarily always how you wanted or intended or how you think it's gonna happen. And with YouTube Shorts I posted last was because I found something in the freezer and then I made jam. I haven't tasted it yet. I just keep my fingers crossed that in the hopes that it tastes good. So yeah, I think that was it for today. Apparently, I needed to share all my ups and downs, and even though my light is on, it doesn't look that bad on camera. In real life, the lighting is not good. So I'm gonna stop here. Also, I'm getting hungry. It's a theme. Drink, eat, you know. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed my little story time. And if you have any tips on what to do with my permanently deactivated PayPal account, let me know. Worst case scenario, send me an email and I can email you my knitting pattern if you want to buy it. Don't know how the payment will happen because apparently PayPal is not an option. Well, that was it for me today. I think that will be enough. Okay, I'm gonna start laughing now if I continue. I don't know why. I function in a weird way sometimes. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and bye!